Everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. Listen, if you are one of our true YouTube family members, then you already know this is the weekend before Easter. Today is actually Saturday, so you already know that I call them my little ducklings. We have 4 children, and 3 of our children, our baby girl lives here in our hometown, and then we have 3 sons, 2 of which live in 2 different cities in Florida, and then our baby boy, aka dude number 2, he's in college in Charlotte. So all of our children are home. Our oldest 2, not the oldest 2, the oldest one and our middle boy, the ones that live in Florida, they surprised me this weekend. I'm gonna say me because everybody knew but me. So they surprised me this weekend, and they are all home. So since Easter is next weekend, everybody's going to be gone. We're having our Easter dinner this weekend, which is absolutely perfect because it allows me to share how I make I don't call them deviled eggs, angel eggs. I've been asked several times because I have several I guess different recipes on my channel, but I've never done my angel eggs. I've shown them before, what they look like after I made them, but I've never showed you guys exactly what I do to make them. So what you just saw me doing was, yes, you saw me adding at least a teaspoon of this baking soda to cold water, and after which I added my eggs. Okay, our eggs are starting to boil. Now they're boiling just a little bit, and I need more of a rolling boil. Okay, so this isn't boiling enough for me, what you're seeing right here. Once they really start boiling and get to that rolling boil, then I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. And I think I'm about ready to do that about now. Yeah, I think we're about ready. So I'm getting ready to set my timer for 10 minutes. Okay? I'm going to let these boil for 10 minutes. Once they're done boiling for 10 minutes, because I like a hard-boiled egg, okay? I don't like soft-boiled. I like for that yolk to be totally done. You know how sometimes you can look at it. I think if it's soft-boiled, it looks maybe a little gummy or gooey on it. Me can't like it. Me can't like it. I like a hard-boiled egg. So we're going to boil these for 10 minutes. And then after they boil, I'm going to take this strainer here. This is just how I do it. I'm going to put some ice in it because I'm going to immediately pour off this hot water. And then I'm going to fill it back up with the cold water and the ice because I'm trying to hurry up and cool these eggs back down. And then I'm going to let them sit for about 8 to 10, at least about 10 minutes before I start to peel them, okay? All right, we'll get back to that in a minute, all right? So, of course, I've thoroughly washed my hands. Y'all don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands because that's just nasty. Now, when I make my eggs, you guys, what I do is very simple. I simply use some mayonnaise. I use some sugar. This is sugar, y'all. This is my little yellow sugar bowl that I grew up with. Cute, cute, cute. Mayonnaise, sugar, just a tad bit of salt, because depending on what type of mayo you use, sometimes some mayonnaises, I think, some can be a little saltier than others. So it's going to depend on that. So just a little smidgen. And I think sometimes, I'm trying to think, sometimes I may even add maybe just a little bit of vinegar, maybe sometimes. But that's it. I know some of you add the sweet cubes. I don't do that, but however you like to do your eggs, honey, whatever you like. But again, I keep it really simple. I try to get my when I mix up my filling for my eggs, I really try to get it smooth. So if I'm having challenges getting it smooth with my fork as I smush it up, you guys will see me do that. I have a little I think it's my little Ninja, my little blender. Sometimes I'll use that. But because I'm going to use a tip today, a decorating tip for icing, I'm going to pipe them out using a decorator's tip. So hopefully if it's not as smooth as I like it, you won't be able to necessarily see it, because I'm going to use that tip. Alright? To make it look pretty when I fill it. Another thing, one of my good sister friends a few weeks ago when it was St. Patrick's Day, wanted me to make some colored eggs, some green eggs for St. Patrick's Day, but she wanted angel eggs. So me and my experimenting, I was coloring the white part of the egg, but not the shell. So we're going to do that again today, because I'm going to experiment with some other colors and let you kind of get an idea if you want to do this for Easter. So like I said, this was perfect that I was able to do this the week before Easter, and hopefully, you know, you'll see this video sometime during the week before Easter or the week of Easter, and maybe you'll want to try it. Okay, so I just have some food coloring here. My other sweet sister gifted me with this box of food coloring, so I think I'm gonna do some yellow, purple, some sky blue, definitely some green, and I may add some more colors. I have a pink here, an orange, and a teal. Y'all look at these cute little colors. So I think I'm just gonna maybe see if I can get a little bit of everything. Okay, so of course if you're just making the plain angel egg, you won't worry about the color at all, but I just wanted to show you how I make my eggs, since again it was the perfect time. Okay, so these eggs have a few more minutes to boil, and in the meantime I'm going to go on and fill this up with ice, and when I turn this off in just a couple of minutes, we're going to dump it and immediately get them cooled down. Okay, it has been 10 minutes, so I'm going to pour this water off carefully, as much as I can. Whew. Okay, we're going to start running some cold water in there. This ice cubes and let it sit for about 10 minutes. Alright, it has been at least about 10 minutes, and I never say it, but the reason I added the baking soda, baking soda, was it helps the eggs, helps me peel the eggs better. I can't remember where I heard that tip from a long time ago, but that's what I do. And when I put the eggs in and I fill the pot with water, I make sure that there's at least an inch of water over the eggs. Okay, Now what I like to do is turn the water on, and I have it like barely warm, maybe just a tad bit warm, and I'm trying to talk before I turn the water on so you can hear, know exactly what I'm getting ready to do. I will start hitting it here, and I think one of the keys too is to get this shell cracked really good, and I can even tell the difference in the sound. It's like it gets a little quieter once I have it cracked really good and all over. So I'm going to turn the water on, because I think it kind of, and all this may be in my mind, honey, I don't know, but I think it kind of helps to get that water up under there too. And you see how easy this is peeling. There is, I was going to say nothing more frustrating to me, but I'm sure there's something more frustrating. But it is so frustrating when, in times past, definitely hit it on the tips, the top and the bottom and all around. But so frustrating because we love angel eggs, and I get so frustrated. I used to, trying to get these eggs peeled, and then I call my dude number one in here, and he would help me because I get frustrated, honey. Have all, you know how you try to peel the eggs, you got all those little nicks in the eggs where you have all the little dents and stuff in the eggs where you just tearing the egg up. But again, this, you guys see how easy this is? And I hope if you try this, I hope it's as easy for you as it is for me. You know, sometimes people show you stuff and you be like, man, it didn't work like that for me. But like I say, get it cracked good. Now, don't hit it too hard because you can make that, you can actually break the egg. You know what I mean? So don't go crazy with it, but just kind of make sure you see how quiet that sounds now. And I like to try to grab it from the top. And you can even see sometimes that little skin, it's like a little film, y'all. I don't know what it's called. Because sometimes when you see that little skin, if that little skin or that film is not broken, it's hard to get the egg to peel, until you break through that. I hope this is making sense. For those of you that peel eggs, I would like to think you guys understand what I'm trying to say. See, this one is giving me a little bit of trouble, but not too much. Okay. See? And that's what I do. Now, again, listen to the sound. You hear how loud that is? And then you just keep going. And it gets quieter. And if you feel like you need to hit it a little bit more when you start trying to peel it, just do that. Okay, ooh, that water's getting too hot. I don't like the water hot. The water hot, I like it kind of warm. Start from the other end. Sometimes if you get one end that's kind of stubborn, then maybe if you start from the other end, that'll help. But y'all, this is, to me, it is so much better than what I used to do. And even if you come across one that's a little, y'all, that's that skin. Look at that skin, y'all. Let me see. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that, what I'm calling that skin? I don't know if you can see it or not. And I don't know if I'm making this blurry by being so close to the camera. But skin, film, whatever you want to call it. I think we're cooking with Crisco now, okay? So y'all, this is what I do. I'll do this last one and then we'll finish the rest of them off camera. But give it a try. Like I say, I hope it works as good for you as it does for me. Because I used to be so frustrated. Ooh, and nobody likes, I know I don't. When I fix my angel eggs, I like for them to look pretty. I like the white part of the egg to look pretty. I don't want all those, you know, the dents and nicks and where my egg doesn't look smooth. Okay, there's that skin. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? That's that skin I was talking about. Alright, I'm going to finish peeling these off camera. So now I am finishing up cutting my eggs in half and taking out the yolk. This is the last one. And just so you can see, this is how the yolk is on the inside. So you see that's done. Alright? Alright. I have also put some warm water in my little bowls. And I'm just going to add some color. This right here is yellow, and I'm just going to add a little color to each one. That was yellow. Now, of course, if you're not trying to turn your eggs colors at this point, you just, you know, fix your yolk. That's purple. I don't want the purple too dark. I'm really wanting like pastel colors, so trying not to put too much in here. This is the sky blue. Pretty, pretty. Do one drop of that as well. And then this is the grass green. Come on. Pretty, pretty. You see the green? Okay. Like I said, I'm really trying to keep the colors Eastery, if you will. And I don't want to put too much in there and make it really dark. So there's not any vinegar or anything in here. You know how we used to activate the dye, the little, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to add some of the eggs to the color, the dye, and let them sit while I work on the filling for the egg, okay? And then once I get through with these colors, I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna pour these colors out and do some other colors. I also have out that teal, orange, and pink. So maybe we'll do some other colors too, okay? Alright, so we'll let that sit for a few minutes. What I start by doing with my filling, if I don't put it in my little Ninja or my blender, I take a fork and just start smushing up the yolks really good. then once I get them all mashed and mushed, that's when I start adding my mayonnaise and my seasonings, and just keep doing the same thing. So I don't have any measurements for making the filling for my eggs. So I have some sugar here. I'm just gonna sprinkle some sugar, and you guys just do it to taste, okay? This is the salt. I want to make sure I don't sprinkle too much. Okay, that was the salt, just that quick. And then we have our mayo. And you have to be careful with your mayonnaise. Don't put too much in the beginning, because if you get too much in there, you can't get it out. And I don't like a soupy egg filling. It needs to be creamy, but still have some, you know, some substance to it, okay? So if you add too much of this in the beginning, that mayonnaise, then you cannot get the mayonnaise out. And this is what I do, and I just mix it until I get it the desired consistency. Like I said, of course, you can use your, if you have a Ninja or something small where you can just really get it mixed up. To me, this isn't worth putting it in a mixer or anything, so I don't mind doing this part. If you feel like this is too much for you to do, then by all means, you know, you can, if you have a little kitchen gadget that you can put it in, then go for it. But it won't take me long just to get this mixed up, and then I'm gonna taste it and make sure it tastes, you know, like I want it to taste. If I need to add a little bit more sugar, I will. If I need to add a little bit more salt or mayonnaise, then that's what I'll do. And I'll just keep mixing and stirring until I get it my desired consistency. Now, if you do like to have, if you like the sweet cubes in your eggs, then add whatever you like. I think some people may, oh, that may be potato salad, I don't know. Some people may put some mustard in theirs. I don't, y'all. I just keep it simple. Just keep it simple. And the truth of the matter is, I eat and fix my eggs like my mom used to do it. And she kept it really simple, and it was just simply delicious. So this is the consistency that I ended up with my filling. And I'm just gonna put it in my bag, and we're gonna pipe it out and fill up the eggs. Well, you guys, I think they turned out so cute. And how many of you have this same angel egg dish. This is a dish, another dish that I grew up with, that my mom had, and I remember it as a little girl having eggs. I was getting ready to say Easter eggs, but when my mom would make eggs, and this is the egg tray that she would use, so it is very special to me. But you guys, it turned out really pretty. Let me get my thumbnail. Girl, don't slide these eggs on the floor. Okay, so remember when I did, after I took the eggs out of the dye, I did rinse them off again. So I rinsed them off and I let them drain, because if there was any extra, I guess, dye that was on them, I just wanted them to rinse clear, okay? So I rinsed them off after I took them out of the color, let them drain and dry before I filled them. And also when I had them in the colors, it was anywhere from maybe about 8 to 10 minutes. It just depends on how dark or light you want your eggs, okay? So hopefully this is giving you another fun idea to do for Easter. And as always, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Thank you. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you all for watching and tuning in. We already look forward to you joining us again next time. Bye.